Hello, welcome to Lakeside Gardener, our early summer tour for 2018. This is taken in the middle of June here in southeastern Wisconsin. Here you see our pussy willow tree that needs a good haircut, and some peonies in bloom, and some salvia, the alliums. Those are the gladiator alliums. Those are done but still look great. And here are some panicle hydrangeas, which we'll show you later this summer, which are gorgeous white. All along this side of our property we have red twig dogwoods, and then coming up some towering arborvitae that look great when they sway in the wind. I call them the whirling dervishes. And we have a climbing rose here and some Russian sage coming up. And I also have a little currant shrub there, which I'll get a closer look of that. I have some nice berries coming on there. They're not red yet. And some Asiatic lilies. And then the dogwoods will continue their way down to the end of the property. Here we have a golden smoke bush, some catmint that's gone wild, some bloomerang lilacs, small redbud that we had just planted last year. These are some more bloomerangs, variegated dogwood. I have some daylilies and hot poker plants that I need to get in the ground. And these are some border lilies that are actually pretty tall. I bought them from Brex, I think 3 years ago, and they look great, but taller than I imagined them to be. There's a magnolia that we need to tame a little bit there too. And we also have some Japanese peonies that should be coming into bloom. Oh, there is one you can see in the background. Went by it too quickly. Some hostas, some more panicle hydrangeas, and some Asiatic lilies. And here's our Wisteria Vine that we've been training for the last 3 years along our deck. And I have a little herb garden up there. I plant them in planters to keep it away from our resident groundhog. And it makes a nice quick way to get things while I'm cooking too. Here's a honeysuckle that we severely pruned this spring, so it was taking over. It has a really nice scent. It's looking kind of scraggly right now, but next year it'll look better. Here's some bee balm that should be coming to bloom soon. This garden I'm trying to make more formal with boxwoods. I slowly am buying them on sale every fall until I can border this whole garden. There's some peonies. Those are torches that we use in the evening. Our giant bird nest spruce that needs to be pruned this fall, I think. Some more lilies, chives. I do have some herbs here, some oregano and a big horseradish. And rhubarb that's taking over. We need to harvest that, make some room. And we're going to do a video on pruning these trees. They used to be spiral topiaries, but they've kind of lost their shape. This is one of our favorite combinations in the whole yard with our Japanese maple and the arborvitae here. These are Hymenocallis or spider lilies. This is our Chicago fig that we overwintered. This is a Brugmansia standard that we also overwintered. It's kind of recovering now. It's outside. Some dahlias, some rose trees. This is a lantana shrub that we just bought this year. Foxtail fern. Dahlia that the groundhog had lunch on. Hopefully it'll recover. Some voodoo lilies there. And some more dahlias. These are my citrus trees. I also overwinter those, so they're starting to recover. Getting some new leaves. Lots of lemons there. Here's my herb garden. I have basil, parsley, dill, pineapple sage, cilantro, various basils, purple leaf basil, my new pineapple plant. Now we're in the front of our garden. This is along the side of our driveway where we have a lot of ferns and hostas and arborvitae. These hostas have just really grown huge this year. There are irises back there and some hollies. A lot of hostas. These are some blooming nine barks. They were really glorious this year. Just full of flowers. So they look back at all the hostas. Here we have an underplanting of hostas that have finally filled into what we had imagined. About 4 years ago, we received some extra plants from a friend and planted them on a hot July day, and now 4 years later they've really filled in. The large blue ones we actually moved from our old home, and there's some other ground cover that we're not sure what it is, but it's kind of appeared there and we're glad to have it instead of weeds, but not sure what it is. There's a big blue spruce here that provides a lot of shade in this area. Apple tree we have a shade garden, and we are able to grow lilies. There's enough sun coming in. We have some bleeding hearts and some daffodils. There's some hostas, some autumn joy sedum, new heuchera I just planted this spring, some more catmint and daylilies. In the background you see a wine-colored weigela. Here's some more catmint, a dahlia that I just started a few weeks back, and a hibiscus standard that we overwinter inside. This is our front patio area where we have a seating area, and we keep a lot of our tropical plants that we overwinter inside. Here's our gardenia tree. And we also have some evergreens in this garden and a tree peony, and also a limelight hydrangea that we newly planted this year. And we have some hardy hibiscus that we'll show you on our next tour when it's blooming. And here's some boxwoods and Stelladoro daylilies. That's a bird of paradise here in the foreground. Here are some callas that I've started and some begonias. And new addition is Burke's tree fern, Australian tree fern. So far so good on that one. Fuchsia basket. And here's some hostas. We have a lot of bulbs in this garden. And lilies, some spider lilies. A spirea that's getting ready to bloom, and also some boxwoods. This is, I think, black magic elephant ear. I don't recall. These are some salad greens and a camellia tree in the background. Here's a clematis. It's a few years old. thank you so much for watching our garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to our channel, Lakeside Gardener, to be notified of our upcoming videos. See you next time.